Good morning. Good morning. Thank you. Welcome to Albert Leonard Middle School's class of 2024 Moving Up ceremony. Can we get a round of applause for our beautiful students? I would like to call to the podium Gabriella DeLuca and Nathan Hoffman for the pledge.
Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. Ready? Okay. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Mr. Manning and our 8th grade choir with the Star Spangled Banner.
Oh, say, can
Students,
you
please stand.
see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare bursting in air gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
At this time, in honor of our beloved teacher, Miss Colleen O'Reilly, we'd like to have a moment of silence. Thank you. This is a celebration of our students. This is what Mrs. O'Reilly would have wanted us to do, and so we will continue and celebrate our students as she would have wanted us to. The next selection with Mr. Manning and the 8th grade choir is Seasons of Love.
525,600 minutes, 525,000 moments so dear, 525,600 minutes. How do you measure a year? In daylights, in sunsets, in midnights, in cups of coffee, in inches, in miles, in laughter and strife. In 525,600 minutes, how do you measure
Can we get a round of applause for our eighth grade choir? Thank you, Mr. Manning. Next, I would like to call to the podium our Superintendent of Schools, Dr. Corey Reynolds.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, everyone. We are celebrating students. Wake up. Good morning, everyone. This is a boring crowd. We have too many people here for it not to be loud. Maybe okay, let me start again. So we come to Albert Leonard Middle School. We're taught to be prim and proper. We sit with decorum. It's a little bit too hot, but that's not enough for me. So, for all of the adults and family members and children who are not graduating today, I'm going to ask you to do me a favor. I am going to ask you to break the rule and make as much noise as you can right now for all of our graduating students. So on 3, 1, 2, 3, let me hear you. Thank you, thank you. When we are celebrating young folk, when we are celebrating our students, the expectation always will be vigor, will be with pride, will be loud, will be with heart, because they need to know how we feel about them. So for our parents who are here, I greet you on behalf of the Board of Education and on behalf of Central Administration. It is my honor to serve as the Superintendent of Schools. And I'm here today with some of our representatives from Central Office. We have our Assistant Superintendent for Business and Operations, Mr. Carlos Leal. Our Assistant Superintendent for Human Resources, Ms. Joan Garone. Our Assistant Superintendent for Student Support Services, Dr. Gail Joyner. Our Assistant Superintendent for Curriculum and Instruction, Dr. Olivine Roberts. And our Executive Director for Early Learning and for Teaching and Learning, Dr. Nicholas Krakow. Okay, I got that out of the way. To my adults, I'm going to talk to you in the beginning and then I'll talk to our students in a minute. To our adults, I need you to really, really focus on this moment in time. I know that you're here because you kind of have to be. Some of us are here because we were invited. Some of us are here because our dear, beloved babies are graduating today. I am here to tell you that the next 4 years are going to fly by so quickly. Before you know it, these babies who are sitting here are going to become adults who are about to spread their wings and leave the nest. So today is an important day because this is a day of transition. This is a day that is going to allow them to move to the next stage of their academic career. But this is the last time probably that they're going to hug you without feeling annoyed when they do. So please celebrate these young folk today. I would like to thank Principal Dr. Edwards Thomas and her administrative team, the teaching staff, the faculty, the staff, the custodians, the security officers, the clerical workers, the nurses, everybody here at Albert Leonard Middle School who helped to pitch in to get these young folk to where they are today. If we were to listen to the news, if we were to read a story in the newspaper, if we were to just listen to social media, these young folks shouldn't be sitting here today with what we hear and what we read happens in middle school. Middle school is a special place. And here we are celebrating, by my math, about 377 rays of light. So let's give them another round of applause. Now to my young folks, I'm going to ask you to make eye contact with me for a minute. I know it's hot. I want you to do me a favor. Just stand up for a second. Just the young people. Stand up. Turn around and make eye contact with your family members. Blow them a kiss and tell them thank you and I love you. No. Blow them a kiss and tell them thank you and I love you. And let's give our members of our village a round of applause. Young people only, just give a hand clap for all of the people here celebrating you. All right, I see you all getting up on chairs now. Get down. Come, all right, sit down. Thank you. Young folk, the reason why I did that is because today is also their achievement. None of us travels this road alone. None of us can do this by ourselves. Everyone who's cared about you is equally important in this achievement. So please be sure to give them your love and give them your time, because that's all we as adults and parents want from you. I recall a story of a time when a professor was speaking to a group of students who were all tops of their classes. So if you're the top of your class, raise your hand. Every hand should have gone up. Nobody, come on. You could have just put your hands up. So if you're the top of your class, raise your hand. Everybody's hand goes up. Excellent, okay. So this professor took out a wide mouth glass jar and asked her students to follow her along with this lesson for life. And what she did was she filled this jar with some fist-sized rocks until it got right up to the top. And she asked that group of students, is this jar full? And those smart students, knowing everything and knowing more than every adult that they've ever met, said, yes, it's full. So at that point, she pulls out a bag of gravel and pours it into the jar, and it fills into the cracks between all of the big rocks. And she asks the students again, is this jar full? So this time, fewer students answer, and they say, yes, it's full. So then she pulls out a bag of sand and pours it into the jar, and that falls in between the gravel. And she asks again, is this jar full? So this time, the smart students are really smart, and none of them answer. Finally, she pulls out a jar with water and pours the water into the jar, and it fills it all the way up, fills into the cracks, and fills it up to the top. And she asks the young people, what do you think the lesson of this story is as you get ready to move on to the next part of your life? So the smartest one of them all, the one who knew everything, that one student who asks too many questions. Do you know somebody like that in your class? That one student you wish would just be quiet and just let us get out of here because the bell just rang? That one student said, well, the lesson to that is, no matter how full your day is, you can always get more in. And the professor said, no. The lesson behind that story is that you have to learn how to prioritize. You have to fit the big things in first and then fit in the less important things. Young people, that's what I'm telling you to do when you get to high school. Think about what your priorities are. Think about what direction you want to move in, and think about how you're going to get there. And make those your big rocks, and put those into the jar first. All of that other stuff, the fun, all of that stuff, will happen eventually. But you get done first what you need to do before you can do what you want to do. You get done first what you need to do before you can do what you want to do. The Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King once said, the function of education is to teach one to think intensively and to think critically. Intelligence plus character, that is the goal of a true education. And the renowned educator and philosopher John Dewey once stated, education is not preparation for life, education is life itself. So many of us as adults have learned the lessons of life that got us through. I'm going to share with you what I think will help to make you successful as you move on to New Rochelle High School. The secret to a successful education is simple. First thing you need to do is show up. Show up and be in that space. All of you, all of your attention all the time. Secondly, choose your friends wisely. Choose your friends wisely. Third, once you choose those friends, make not good decisions, but make great decisions. If there's something that doesn't feel right in your gut, don't do it. And believe me, if your parents or an adult asks you a question, they probably already know the answer. So please make great decisions. Prioritize your time. Ask questions, ask questions, ask questions. We all have $1,000 computers in our pocket. That doesn't make you the smartest person in the world. You can always learn from someone else, whether you learn what to do by watching them or whether you learn what not to do by watching them. And then develop your love for learning. With that, I think you will be very successful. And today I want to congratulate all of our graduates of the Albert Leonard Middle School graduating class of 2024. Congratulations all.
Thank you, Dr. Reynolds. I would also like to acknowledge two of our board members who are present here today, Ms. Rashani Ross on the stage, and Ms. Makeda Lewis, who will also be bringing greetings.
Good morning, graduates. Congratulations. Your hard work, your determination, your resilience have brought you all to this milestone, and I am immensely proud of you. To our parents, our families and friends, ALMS staff, teachers, and admin here today, thank you for supporting our graduates. It's a team effort, and your dedication does not go unnoticed. Now, allow me to reintroduce myself. My name is Makeda Lewis. I am one of your school board trustees, but most importantly, I graduated from Albert Leonard. And just like you, I once sat where you're sitting today. And by the time you're as old as I am, you won't remember who spoke at your graduation either. But I do remember my experiences, and that we all have in common. And from my experience, I know you'll remember the friends you made, the teachers that loved you, the sports you played, the choir you sang in, and the lessons that you learned. And so, as you head off into your high school years, you'll learn countless lessons. Some will be easy to learn, and some you'll have to learn the hard way. So remember to give yourself grace. Growing pains can be just that, painful. But there will be so many more amazing experiences waiting for you these next 4 years. And to prove it, I am still friends with my high school friends. So, instead of sharing stuffy inspirational quotes that you'll probably forget as well, I wanted to share some of my favorite quotes from this year's 2024 high school graduates. They are where you'll be in 4 years, and hopefully some of these will resonate with you. These quotes are straight from their yearbook. People change, things go wrong, just remember, life goes on. You can't spell million without a couple of L's. Keep grinding. Count your blessings, not your problems. Don't assume the answer is no before you ask. It doesn't matter how many times you feel trapped, there is always a way out. Act like the person you want to be. Venture outside of your comfort zone. The rewards are worth it. If people aren't laughing at your dreams, then they aren't big enough. Graduates, today marks the end of one journey and the beginning of another. Remember that you carry with you the values and knowledge that have been nurtured within these walls. The foundation you have built here will serve you well in the many adventures and challenges that lie ahead. The world needs your talents, your genius, and your leadership. Each of you has the potential to make a significant impact, to innovate, and to inspire those around you. On behalf of the school board, I extend our heartfelt congratulations to each and every one of you. We are confident that you will continue to achieve great things and make us proud. As you embark on this new journey, know that you have our unwavering support and best wishes. Congratulations again to the class of 24.
Thank you, Ms. Lewis. I would be remiss if I did not acknowledge our Albert Leonard administrators. We have on stage Ms. Rana Hafiz, Ms. Julie Verville, Mr. David Lumen is somewhere around here as well, Mr. Colin Smith, Ms. Kristen Muccio, and Ms. Elizabeth Alvarez Pena. It takes a lot of work to get us all here today, and I appreciate all of the hard work and determination. Thank you. We know we are hot, and so we are keeping that in mind. We are hot, but this is important as well. Next to the stage, I'd like to call Leah Seelenfreund to give words of reflection.
Thank you. Hello, Albert Leonard class of 2024. My name is Leah Seelenfreund, and looking back on my years in middle school, I've learned 3 lessons that will impact me for years to come. I know that every speech now involves some reference to COVID, but it's not only something we live through. It has become a significant part of our lives. So here's my first lesson. Change is inevitable. It's a normal part of life. It cannot be helped and often cannot be controlled, but being willing to adapt will lead to success. When we started 6th grade, COVID was still running rampant. It was something that no one was prepared for, but as it dragged on, we persevered. Struggling with alternating between in-person and online learning and dealing with wearing masks, not being able to see each other's faces, shows how important it is to be able to react to unexpected events. We did not have control over the situation and yet thrived under the circumstances. The second lesson is to run your own race. I learned this from running cross country. At face value, a race is about winning. However, life is not as black and white as this. The important thing is to improve your own time and do better than your previous race. If you end up coming in last place but beat your previous time, that is as much of a success as winning. My best is not always as good as someone else's, and that is something that I have struggled to learn. It is hard to accept, but there will always be people better than you at something. It is not a weakness nor something to be ashamed of. As long as you try your best and put in the work, that's all that matters. That is what you can be proud of. The final lesson piggybacks off of the previous one. Work hard. I know we hear this all the time from our families and teachers, but hard work really does pay off. I have experience in this. While studying for the Algebra Regents last year, I started reviewing weeks in advance. I remember wanting to do anything except study, anything other than yet another practice, but I knew that I wanted to do well, so I worked for it. Finally, the day came and I took the Regents. About a week later, the grades came out and I got a perfect score. My commitment yielded the results that I wanted. Those who know me well know that I love outer space. I learned a quote during my time here that really inspired me. It goes, "Don't tell me the sky's the limit when there are footprints on the moon." The possibilities are endless as long as you are willing to adapt to changes, focus on improving your own abilities, and work your very hardest. Congratulations, ALMS class of 2024.
Thank you, Leah. Next, for words of advice, Emily Erber. Oh, she's coming.
Good morning, faculty, administration, family, friends, and fellow graduates. Hi, my name is Emily Erber. As we stand on the cusp of a new chapter in our lives, I'm filled with gratitude for the journey we've shared and excitement for what lies ahead. Our time at Albert Leonard has equipped us with knowledge, skills, and memories that will shape our futures in ways that we cannot yet imagine. I will do my best to offer a few pieces of advice as we embark on our next adventure. First, embrace curiosity. The world is vast and ever-changing. Approach it with wonder and willingness to learn. Albert Einstein said, "The important thing is to not stop questioning. Curiosity has its own reason for existing." Second, embrace change and stay resilient. In the words of Malala Yousafzai, let us make our own future now, and let us make our dreams tomorrow's reality. Our dreams are within reach if we pursue them with determination. Third, don't be afraid to take risks and step out of your comfort zone. Ruth Bader Ginsburg wisely said, "Fight for the things that you care about, but do it in a way that will lead others to join you." Finally, remember to enjoy the journey. As Golda Meir said, trust yourself. Create the kind self that you will be happy to live with all your life. Make the most of yourself by fanning the tiny inner sparks of possibility into flames of achievement. As we step into the future, let us carry these words of wisdom with us. Persevere through challenges, embrace change, cherish our relationships, follow our dreams, treat everyone with kindness and respect, and never stop learning. While our journey ahead is unpredictable, it is ours to shape and mold. Let us approach it with courage, determination, and unwavering belief in ourselves. Congratulations, class of 2024. This is our new beginning.
Next, presenting a message to our teachers, Ann DePolo and Clara Garcia Gallet.
Hello, my name is Anne-Louise Tammy DePaulo, and I'm proud to be a student in the class of 2024 at Albert Leonard Middle School. When I was asked to speak about what I was grateful for this year, I was excited to share how I was so grateful for the teachers and staff that helped me shape me to be who I am today. This year has been amazing, sharing and experiencing wonderful memories that I will never forget. Albert Leonard really helped me open up and experience new things to enjoy, making new friends in the process. When we all first arrived, it was tough to experience going into a new school without any guidance since we graduated from elementary school with the COVID-19 pandemic still looming over us. But with the help of the principal, teachers, and staff, they made these years unforgettable. I have learned so many important lessons from my teachers, learning how to implement certain skills to be used in real-life situations. The teachers at Albert Leonard always wanted us to be the best we can possibly be. I am so lucky to have the teachers that I had over the years, having the opportunity to learn so much from them. Whether it was learning how to create wonderful sounds for my band instrument with my band teacher, or looking back at important historical events with my social studies teacher, I will always look forward to having my classes, looking forward to what was going to be taught that day. But before I came to Albert Leonard, I was struggling with my writing skills, but with the help of my English language arts teachers over the years, I am now very confident to write anything that is necessary. I wish I could have time to thank all the teachers that have influenced me to be better, but I'm afraid that there's too many of you to fit onto one page. The teachers at Albert Leonard are the best at their job, and I truly appreciate each and every one of them. Other than the Albert Leonard family that we've had over the past couple of years, I am also thankful for my family. Our families, whether parents, grandparents, or guardians, went through all the troubles of middle school together with us. I am extremely grateful for my parents, who have always been there for me in the toughest times of my life. They've always pushed me to be the better person, and I love them for doing that. They always look out for me and are there for me no matter what happens. They always put a smile on my face whenever I see them, no matter what I've just been through. I wouldn't be here saying this speech right now to everyone without them. Our time together here at Albert Leonard will certainly never be forgotten. The experiences and memories that took place will push us to the next chapter of our lives. All of the things we have learned from the teachers and staff at Albert Leonard will be present for the future times ahead. I am so glad that I went to Albert Leonard, having wonderful memories that will always be with me. We have had our fair shares of ups and downs, but we made it. Thank you all at Albert Leonard Middle School, and I want to say congratulations to my fellow classmates of 2024. There's no limit to our success.
There you go.
Thank you. Hi, my name is Clara Garcia Gale, and I would like to say it is an honor to be included in the 2024 ALMS graduating class, now being the first class to graduate from Albert Leonard Middle School after the pandemic. Now, before I start my speech, I know we are all dying in this heat and just want to get home and celebrate with your fellow graduates. But I would just like to take a few minutes to appreciate the faculty, staff, and families with whom we wouldn't have been able to survive this year without. Graduating from 5th grade and not knowing what middle school was going to be like scared us all. We were remotely learning and not prepared for the future. However, in these hours of being anxious, we looked towards our family for comfort, and middle school for all of us wouldn't have been the same without them. Whether they were there to drive us to practices, keep us on schedule with schoolwork and events, and overall just being there for support, these past 3 years wouldn't have been possible without them. When I think of family, I not only think of the one I come home to every day, I think about our ALMS family. Every teacher and faculty member individually helped us through middle school, and I'm grateful for being surrounded by these amazing individuals, specifically the amazing teachers at Albert Leonard. Each year of middle school, I learned more and more every year, and this wouldn't have been possible without all the supportive and inspiring teachers. I've been lucky enough to have been taught by some very passionate teachers in this school, whether it was in 6th grade social studies where my project was a painted portrait of my teacher as a pharaoh, or in 7th grade algebra where my teacher taught not only lessons of math, but lessons of life. It was them who made learning and engaging fun. I had always struggled with my overall language, art, and writing skills, but my 8th grade English teacher helped me become more confident in the subject. I wish I could bring up every amazing teacher that I've been lucky enough to be taught by, but there are so many of you who deserve acknowledgement. Our teachers have done an incredible job preparing us for high school and our future. I would also like to thank all of the faculty members, whether you were working behind the scenes or with students. The guidance counselors who helped sort problems among students and social workers who were there to help them when they needed someone to talk to. Noting when we're absent or answering phone calls is the responsibility of the amazing people who work in our main or house offices. The nurses who helped make sure we were healthy and give us an ice pack no matter what. Those who substitute for absent teachers, the security guards who keep us all safe and protected while inside the school, and lastly, the principal, assistant principal, and dean who have given so much to us students and really represent what the school stands for. Our time at ALMS will certainly be something to remember. These moments we've shared with each other, especially this past year, are something we will each hold on to forever. We have persevered through this school year together, experiencing both tears and laughter, and now we are moving on to our next chapter. No matter what happens in the future, we have already made history. Thank you to all of Albert Leonard, and congratulations to my fellow graduates in class of 2024.
Thank you, ladies. I'm going to ask Emily Erber to please stand. Stay in your space, but please stand. Where is she? Emily, raise your hand. Emily Erber is our number 2 student in the 8th grade class. Please give her a round of applause. And I'm going to ask Leah Seelenfreund to stand, please. Miss Leah is our number 1 student in the Albert Leonard Middle School class of 2024. Congratulations. That took a tremendous amount of work and dedication to do so well because we have so many students who are such hard workers. So congratulations again. So this is a fun part, fun and sad at the same time. So I'm going to ask some of our faculty members most of you are here, and I'm going to read a number and then call a name. The numbers represent their years of service to Albert Leonard Middle School. With 21 years, Miss Pamela Paroff. 31 years, Miss Glenda Bryant. 31 years, Mr. Peter Konigsberg. One of my faves, 34 years. Let's see if she stands up behind me. Miss Robin Lieberman. And 40 years older than some of our parents, Miss Linda Oliverio. So there's something to be said for spending your whole life, your entire career in a place because they love Albert Leonard and they've loved our students for over 157 years in total. That is something to be proud of. Please give them a round of applause. They are retiring and going on to a more free and happy life. Yeah, we need some help. We have a nice breeze that's blowing our cases away. I want to welcome our family, friends, teachers, and most importantly, our graduates of ALMS class of 2024. I am honored to stand before you on this special day. To our graduates, congratulations again. Today marks the culmination of years of hard work, growth, and countless memories. Over these past few years, we've learned so much together. We've tackled mathematics, explored the wonders of science, and perhaps even figured out that the mitochondrion is indeed the powerhouse of the cell. But beyond academics, we've shared lessons that go far beyond the classroom. We've learned about friendship, patience, kindness, resilience, and the immense power of a supportive community. This year holds a special significance as you are the first class to return to full in-person learning after the challenges of the COVID-19 pandemic. You've shown incredible strength and adaptability, navigating uncharted waters with grace and determination. You've proven that you can overcome anything, and I couldn't be prouder. And on a personal note, you will always be my first graduating class as a principal, a group I will never forget. Remember the times when you got lost trying to find your classrooms on the first day of 6th grade? The nervous excitement of new beginnings and the thrill of making new friends. We've had our fair share of awkward moments and epic fails, but we've also had countless victories and unforgettable laughs. Each project, every test, and all those lunchtime blacktop conversations have been stepping stones to who you are today. Middle school is like a giant group project. Sometimes it's chaotic, sometimes not everyone does their part, but in the end, we all learn and grow together. You've shown each other what it means to be supportive classmates, compassionate friends, and curious learners. You've demonstrated empathy and patience, whether it was helping a friend understand a tough problem or cheering each other on at sports events. And who could forget the unforgettable school events, the spirit weeks, showbiz kids, and the field trips. These moments have created a tapestry of memories that will stay with you forever. They've taught us that learning isn't just about what's in the curriculum, but about the experiences we share and the bonds we form along the way. As we celebrate your achievements, we must also recognize the dedication of our teachers, some of whom are retiring, as I said, with over 157 years of service to ALMS. Their commitment and passion have shaped this school into a nurturing and inspiring environment, and their legacy will continue to influence students for years to come. Thank you again for your service. As you move on to high school, remember the lessons you have learned here. Keep asking questions, keep being kind, and never stop being yourselves. The world needs your creativity, your passion, your determination. Stay curious, stay brave, and keep that spark of wonder alive in everything that you do. In the words of Maya Angelou, you can't use up creativity. The more you use, the more you have. So look within, laugh often, and always remember that you have a whole team of people here who love and believe in you. And to leave you with another thought, Nelson Mandela once said, education is the most powerful weapon which you can use to change the world. As you go forward, keep thinking, keep questioning, and keep growing. To the parents, teachers, and staff, thank you for your unwavering support and dedication to your children and our children. We've been guiding lights for our students, and your efforts have made all the difference. Congratulations, class of 2024. Your adventure is just beginning. Thank you. Okay, now for the part that we really love. Dr. Reynolds, can you join me down front? Our ALMS counselors, are you ready? Our ALMS counselors, Ms. Suzanne Handel, Ms. Robin Lieberin, Ms. Mariana Burgos, Ms. Victoria Green, and Ms. Tiana Washington will be calling the names of our students.
Rosinda Gonzalez Lopez, Nairi Richardson, Malik Weish, Elijah Acevedo, Michael Acosta, Leonardo Adams, Kofi Agyemon, Sharif Ahmed Asmat Saif Eldwala, Jonathan Akajanian, Rainafel Almanzar Sosa, Olivia Almeida, Daniel Alvarez, Frida Alvarez, Blake Anderson, Nicole Angulo Sanchez, Gianna Armiento, Sofia Artiles, Paula Ayala, Andrew Babu, Caitlin Bach, Jules Baez, Nathalie Banos Estrada, Adriana Barragan, Jaden Barranco, Hama Bashar, Michael Bastida, Rastal Batista Polanco, Isis Bell, Mikady Billiard, Mia Bernard Jones, Theo Bernstein, Ella Bino, Samantha Blanco, Derek Bacardi, Stella Bradley, Jacinda Bryce, Marlon Bunsey, Alessandra Bernstein, Joel Cabrera Bisano, Vincent Cayano, Iara Calle, Juan Camarena, Talia Canada, Nalani Canales, Sophia Canestrasi, Luke Caputo, Baxter Carabini, Demi Carter, Olivia Carter, Christopher Castillo, Matthew Castro, Jackson Kavanaugh, Christopher Seja, Zaish Chavari, Maiti Chavez Anaya, Chloe Chu, Lillian Clark, Blake Cleveland, Tiago Coelho, Joshua Cohen, Stephen Cohen, Maddox Colon, Iona Connealy, Millen Cordero, Sanaya Korn, Lila Costa, Shiloh Creighton, Edwin Crisp, Elisa Crisp, Alan Cuevas, Bryce Cunningham, Carter Cunningham, Chauncey Cuthbertson, Yantis Darby, Anila Davis, Zayden Davis, and James DiGiacomo.
John DiGiacomo, Xavier De Jesus, Gabriella DeLuca, Jacob Demetrius, Ann DiPaolo, Nicholas DeRafali, Kevin Durenzis, Harrison Desimini, John DeTone, Layla DeVoe, Sherilyn Diaz, Stephanie Diaz, Servanson J. Just, Angelo DeFada, Cariana Echevarria, Campbell Edwards, Godswill Ella, Noah Elzam, Julia English Robertson, Emily Erber, Stephen Estrada Diaz, Christopher Farish, Sofia Fasolino, Alvaro Fernandez, Crystal Fernandez, Bryson Fernandez Presley, Alishka Fine, Vincent Fisher, Michael Fleming, Jana Lynn Flores, Joshua Flores Drew, Elijah Ford, Jeremiah Fosu, Salvador Franchamore, Lula Friedenberg, Daniel Frixell, Kelvin Fuentes, Kimberly Fuerte, Thomas Fusco, Isaac Gall, Salvador Gallardo, Azul Gallegos Sanchez, Jimena Gomez, Valerie Garcia, Clara Garcia Gallet, Michael Golden, Rosandri Gill, Natalia Girardi, Devin Godoy, Said Godoy, Jacob Gomez, Melanie Gonzalez, Syra Gonzalez Diaz, Valeria Grandes Pelaez, Vanessa Grandes Pelaez, Caden Gray, Matthew Green, Riley Green, Molly Greenberger, Tyler Greenberg, Finn Grausbauer, Lilia Hafid, Soleil Harris, Sloan Harshman, Rodney Hayes, Elijah Headley, Christopher Hernandez Navarro, Carla Hilary, oh, she told me. Benjamin Hishorn, Jacob Herschel, Nathan Hoffman, Henry Horowitz, Bianca Huamani Sacco, Alex Hubert.
London Hunt, Sean Highland, Vivian Ilachukwu, Ashley Infante Sandoval, Asia Jackson, Elijah Jackson, Israel Johnson, Christine Johnson, Alden Jones, Matthew Huca Jimenez, Nicholas Julian, Salma Kamel, Lena Caprellian, Ion Kenya, Georgian Kennedy, Benjamin Kessler, Alvin Kim, Savannah King, Annabelle Knust, Amanda Koffler, Daniel Koffler, Jonah Koshi, Fotis Koufalis, Jonas Krasner, Samantha Kuperkova, Addison Curtin, Laura Larios Ortega, Savannah Ladette, Dylan Lerman, Demaya Lewis, Lekshwan Lee, Peter Logan, Elizabeth Lopez, Luz Lopez Maldonado, Carla Lopez Navarro, Eliza Lopez Vasquez, Daniela Lopez Alvarez, Sanaya Lo Lemuel, Christian Lyerly Alston, Andres Madrid, Andres Magana Medina, Sophia Magazu, Kaylee Major, Carmine Mancuso, Charles Mandelker, Gianna Manger Williams, Zachary Mango, Kamisa Man Faulkner, Adam Marcus, Hayden Marcus, Bella Moreka, Richard Marine, Eric Martelli, Cecilia Martinez, Marcos Martinez, Sophia Mateus, Eduardo Mauricio, Kimberly Maya, April McCauley, Layla McDonald, Ryan McEvely, Matthew Manel, Evelyn Mankes, Michael Mercado Mendoza, Elijah Mesidor, Alyssa Maynard, Elena Miller, Yoshaya Minalt, Nasim Minor, Adam Morera, Jacob Moreno, Peter Palumbi, Mateo Mazai, Maximilian Mula, Alexander Mutterpearl.
You want me to go? You want me to read? Okay. Gabriel Mutterpearl, Joseph Nardozzi, Haley Norton, Emma Novotny, Damon Nunez, Julia Nowecki, Michael Oluni, Megan O'Rourke, Nicole Ochoa, Chinamaram Oni Noha, F.A. Opang Natiri, Anthony Ardoza, Matthew Orozco, Iker Ortega, Alim Ortiz, Jaden Ortiz, Renan Ortiz Funes, Alexia Odrago, Kiara Palumbo, Joan Pancho, Joseph Patera, Frank Peralta Rivera, Angel Perez, Torshan Prasad, John Carlos Patrizzi, Xavier Pachado, Noah Pierre, Christopher Pennoni, Nayeli Padilla, Leonard Pearson, Keith Pizarro, Janae Pons Acosta, Stephanie Portales Valderrama, Ezra Hogan Porter, Brooke Partnoff, Isabel La Prasada, Brandon Prats, Sage Prudian, Kaylee Polito, Camilla Keys Pay Roman, Jefferson Ramanales Tima, Noah Ramirez, Aaliyah Ramos, Thomas Raptis, Tyler Rollins, Omario Reed, Daniel Risen, Alina Rizvi, Maya Rivera, Asher Robinson, Lucas Rodriguez, Miguel Angel Rodriguez, Jasmine Rodriguez Ochoa, Robert Crosby Rowe, Aaliyah Rogers, Aria Rogers, Gary Rogers, George Rogers, Crystal Rondon Gomez, Elizabeth Rosenbluth, Layla Ross, Christian Rubio, Juliana Rubino, Liam Rudin, Juliet Ruda, Hendrix Rumpf, Ariana Sejus Mabel, Madison Sejus Mabel, Alejandro Salazar, and Jason Salara.
Emma Salerno, Peyton Salmon, Amber Saltabus, Rafael Samuels, Gabby Sanchez, Juliana Sanchez, Nasli Sandoval Contreras, Sebastian Santiago, Giovanni Santillan, Isabella Santiso, David Santos, Casey Santos Carranza, Olivia Schwartz, Leah Seelingfreund, Hannah Seiden, Matthew Sharp, Taylor Shaw, Maxwell Sherman, Claudio Simao, Ethan Skinte, Ethan Smith, Milan Smith, Olivia Solomon, Jaslyn Sosias, Kevin Sotelo, Dylan Southwell, Connor Spate, Zaire Spencer, Nitya Srinivius, Rohit Srinivius, Ethan Stengel, Jordan Sterner, Romy Sarita Sullins, Mackenzie Tartabono Quigley, JC Tavares, Teresa Teixeira, Johnson Tamaj, Adrian Torres, Nyla Torres, Julie Tovar Hernandez, Maeve Trainer, J. King Tucker, Indiana Twist, Alexa Vaccaro, Andrea Valderrama, Diego Valdivinos, Oliver Valdivinos, Anaí Valencia, Carolina Valencia, Jalissa Valle, Frank Vallalonga, Andrew Villano, Ella Villano, Lucas Walters, Abilene Wang, David Weiss, Villani White, Cameron Widdup, Aiden Wigfall, Nanani Williams, Tyler Wing, Kayla Woodley, Stafford Woodley, Boris Wright, Malachi Wright, Avi Yairi, Leon Yu, Marjorie Zabarbaru, Macy Zeman, Antonio Cepeda, Hope Ziagas, Nawaf Ziad, JD Zotner, and Todd Zazzulo.
Dr. Artiles, are you here? I'm going to figure out how to do that after. No, I have to do something.
Okay.
Where's the Miss Albert? Crystal Rondon Gomez, please come up and receive this award. before we hand you over to Dr. Artiles. This award is for a student who is always sensitive to the needs of others and who is willing to go to extraordinary lengths to support classmates. Please congratulate her. Class of 2024, please stand. So your tassels should be on the right side. Ready? Parents, you have the cameras ready? Ready? Class, Albert Leonard Middle School, class of 2024. Please move your tassel to the left. Congratulations, class of 2024. Dr. Artiles. Teachers, get ready to be dismissed on this side to help us with our students going in. Dr. Artiles, can you come to the podium, please? I am giving you our children, the Albert Leonard Middle School class of 2024. Dr. Artiles, do you accept them?
I do.
Now we're married. All right, Dr. Artiles is going to lead the class of 2028. Back to the building. Parents, students will receive their diplomas tomorrow. Save your cases. Diplomas tomorrow when you come to school, and after that we have a message for you. Congratulations, class of 2024. Sophia Artiles, please come to the stage. Sophia and Dr. Artiles, can you please lead our class back inside? Thank you, Albert Leonard Middle School families. Thank you, parents. Students will be dismissed. Okay, people, off the chairs. Thank you. Get down. Get down. That's it. You throw it, collect it, and take it with you.
Stay at home, took it on until I found me. about tomorrow like we think about now? Can we survive it out there? Can we make it somehow? I guess I thought that this would never end, and suddenly it's like we're women and men. Will the past be a shadow that will follow us round? Will these memories fade when I leave this town? I keep thinking that it's not goodbye. I keep on thinking it's our time to fly. As we go on, we remember all the times we had together. And as our lives change, come whatever, we will still be friends forever. As we go on, we remember all the times we had together. And as our lives change, come whatever, we will still be friends forever. As we go on, we remember all the times we had together. And as our lives change, come whatever, we will still be friends forever. And so we talked all night about the rest of our lives, where we're gonna be when we turn 25. I keep thinking times will never change.